The story of Lagos's wealth can't be told without its families, the ones whose names open doors and move markets. These are the dynasties behind the city's banks, oil empires, real estate giants, and tech ventures. Their power runs deep, stretching across generations and shaping how Lagos grows, trades, and thrives. These families define what influence looks like in Nigeria's financial capital. In this video, we're exploring the richest black families in Lagos, their rise, their impact, and how they built legacies that still command the city today. Coming up first, we have at number 1, Folorunsho Alakija. When conversations turn to wealth, fashion, and philanthropy in Nigeria, Folorunsho Fumi Alakija's name is impossible to miss. With an estimated net worth of over $1 billion, she stands among Africa's most powerful women and one of Lagos's most influential figures. Her story began in the fashion world, where she founded Supreme Stitches, a brand that became synonymous with elegance and sophistication among Nigeria's elite. But fashion was just the foundation. Alakija's sharp business instincts led her into oil, banking, and real estate, where she built an empire that continues to expand. Her family holds major stakes in Famfa Oil Limited, one of Nigeria's most profitable indigenous oil companies, making the Alakijas a household name in Lagos's wealth circles. Beyond business, Fumi's lifestyle mirrors her success. She has lavish properties in Ikoyi and London, luxury cars, and an art collection that rivals any private gallery. Yet, she remains deeply involved in philanthropy through the Rose of Sharon Foundation, supporting widows and orphans across Nigeria. Fumi Alakija represents more than wealth. She embodies generational influence and vision. From couture to crude oil, her rise reflects how determination and strategy can build a dynasty that continues to shape Lagos's social and economic landscape. Next on our list is a woman whose influence reaches deep into Nigeria's boardrooms and high society circles. A business powerhouse with interests spanning oil, banking, and fashion. Number 2, Bola Shagaya. Bola Shagaya stands as one of Lagos's most powerful businesswomen, a symbol of quiet ambition turned undeniable success. With an estimated net worth of $950 million, she has built one of the most diverse business portfolios in Nigeria, spanning oil, banking, real estate, and fashion. Born in Ilorin, Kwara State, Bola began her career at the Central Bank of Nigeria before venturing into oil trading in the early 1980s. This would end up being a move that would redefine her destiny. She founded Bolmus Group International, a conglomerate with interests in oil and gas, banking, photography, and real estate development across Nigeria and beyond. Her business empire isn't her only claim to fame. Bola Shagaya moves in elite circles, maintaining close ties with Nigeria's political and social power players. Her taste for luxury is evident in her properties across Ikoyi, Victoria Island, and Abuja, as well as her collection of designer fashion, art, and high-end automobiles. Yet beneath the glamour is a sharp strategist who understands the balance between influence and legacy. She has served on the board of Unity Bank and remains an advocate for women's participation in business and finance. Through her philanthropic foundation, she supports education and empowerment initiatives for women and youth across West Africa. Bola Shagaya's journey captures the spirit of Lagos's wealth, bold, visionary, and unstoppable. Up next is a man who turned banking into a tool for empowerment, a visionary entrepreneur whose ideas transformed finance across Africa. At number 3, Tony Elumelu. Tony Elumelu stands among Lagos's most influential billionaires, a name that defines entrepreneurship and African capitalism. With an estimated net worth of $1.4 billion, he's the chairman of Heirs Holdings, Transcorp Group, and United Bank for Africa, one of the continent's largest financial institutions serving over 25 million customers across 20 countries. His journey began in banking, where he transformed Standard Trust Bank into a major force before merging it with UBA in 2005, creating a powerhouse in Nigeria's financial landscape. Beyond business, Elumelu's impact reaches across Africa. Through the Tony Elumelu Foundation, he launched a $100 million initiative that funds and mentors thousands of young entrepreneurs. His idea of Africapitalism champions private enterprise as the engine for development, changing how Africans view success and responsibility. In Lagos, Elumelu's lifestyle reflects success built with intention. From his mansion in Ikoyi to his private jets and tailored suits, he blends affluence with purpose. Consistently featured in Time and Forbes, he remains one of Africa's most respected figures, and a visionary who has turned ambition into legacy and made Lagos a symbol of what disciplined leadership can achieve. Next on the list is a royal-born tycoon with deep ties to Nigeria's oil industry, whose vast fortune and influence span business, politics, and international investment circles. Number 4. Prince Arthur Eze. Prince Arthur Eze is one of the most powerful and affluent figures in Nigeria. He is often described as the Oil Prince of Anambra. With an estimated net worth exceeding $5.8 billion, he stands among the wealthiest black men in Lagos and one of the most influential in West Africa. He's the founder and chairman of Atlas Oranto Petroleum, one of Africa's largest privately owned oil exploration companies, with assets spread across Nigeria, Liberia, Gambia, and several other African nations. Born into royalty in Ukpo Dunukofia, Anambra State, Prince Eze built his fortune from scratch, combining technical expertise with an uncanny sense for opportunity in the petroleum sector. His business network stretches deep into government, diplomacy, and international trade, making him a key player in Nigeria's energy and political circles. In Lagos, Prince Eze's lifestyle reflects his immense wealth. He owns a fleet of luxury cars, private jets, and several estates, including a sprawling mansion in Abuja, often compared to presidential palaces. Yet his influence isn't limited to wealth. He's widely known for his philanthropy, as he also funds scholarships, community projects, and church buildings across Nigeria. Prince Arthur Eze represents a rare blend of royalty, entrepreneurship, and power. His legacy continues to shape not only Lagos's elite class, but the broader narrative of African wealth built through resilience, strategy, and enduring influence. Next is a seasoned entrepreneur and oil investor whose sharp business instincts and expansive ventures have secured him a lasting place among Lagos's most powerful industrial figures. Number 5. Olu Okeowo. Chief Olu Okeowo is a respected business magnate whose influence stretches across Lagos's financial, real estate, and oil sectors. With an estimated net worth of $750 million, he's part of the generation of Nigerian entrepreneurs who built wealth through vision, discipline, and strategic investments rather than inherited fortune. As chairman of Olu Okeowo Holdings, his business interests cover oil and gas, logistics, and property development, positioning him among Lagos's quiet yet formidable power players. Born and raised in Ondo State, Olu Okeowo started his career in the public sector before moving into private business, where his sharp instincts quickly earned him recognition. He played a key role in expanding indigenous participation in Nigeria's oil industry, helping create opportunities for local investors at a time when the field was dominated by foreign companies. In Lagos, his name carries weight in both business and philanthropy. He owns luxury properties across Ikoyi and Lekki and is known for his love of art and architecture. Yet, behind the wealth is a man committed to community development. He has also been seen funding youth programs, scholarships, and housing initiatives in the Southwest. Chief Olu Okeowo's story mirrors Lagos's spirit of determination and innovation. Through hard work and foresight, he built a legacy that continues to influence Nigeria's business landscape and inspire future generations of entrepreneurs. Coming up is a dynamic businessman whose ventures in oil, construction, and marine logistics have made him one of Lagos's fastest rising figures in the energy sector. Number 6. Mitchell Elegbe. Mitchell Elegbe is one of Lagos's most influential tech billionaires and a pioneer of Africa's digital payment revolution. With an estimated net worth of $1.7 billion, he's the founder, group managing director, and CEO of InterSwitch Limited, the company behind much of the continent's seamless digital transactions. Under his leadership, InterSwitch has grown from a small startup into one of Africa's most valuable fintech firms, processing billions of dollars in payments across Nigeria, Kenya, and beyond. Born in Benin City, Elegbe earned a degree in electrical engineering from the University of Benin before beginning his career as a software engineer. In 2002, he co-founded InterSwitch with the vision of making electronic payments simple and accessible across Africa. That vision transformed the continent's financial landscape, enabling innovations like QuickTeller and Verve Card, which are now used by millions of Africans. Through strategic partnerships with global giants like Visa and MasterCard, InterSwitch achieved unicorn status, valued at over $1 billion, thereby making Elegbe one of the key architects of Africa's fintech boom. In Lagos, his success story stands out for its blend of technology, leadership, and long-term vision. Mitchell Elegbe continues to expand his influence across the continent, cementing his role as a driving force behind Nigeria's modern digital economy. Up next we have number 7, Oba Otudeko. Oba Otudeko is one of Nigeria's most accomplished industrialists with an estimated net worth of $650 million. He's the founder and chairman of Honeywell Group, a diversified conglomerate with investments in food and beverages, energy, real estate, and financial services. Over several decades, he has built Honeywell into one of the country's most respected indigenous brands, known for its leading flour and food production lines, as well as its growing portfolio in power generation and infrastructure. A trained accountant and banker, Otudeko began his career at Cooperative Bank before venturing into entrepreneurship. His strong grasp of finance and strategy helped him navigate Nigeria's challenging economic cycles, allowing his businesses to remain competitive in multiple sectors. Under his leadership, Honeywell Flour Mills became a publicly listed company on the Nigerian exchange, boosting both his fortune and his corporate reputation. Beyond Honeywell, he holds key investments in First Bank of Nigeria and Fan Milk plc, further strengthening his influence in the financial and manufacturing sectors. In Lagos, Otudeko also oversees Pivot Engineering and Broadview Properties, which manage large-scale real estate and power projects. His disciplined investment approach and ability to adapt to changing markets have made Oba Otudeko one of Lagos's most respected billionaires and a major figure in Nigeria's private sector growth. This next person is a trailblazing industrialist whose pharmaceutical empire has transformed healthcare access in Nigeria, making her one of the most respected business leaders in Lagos. Number 8, Stella Okoli. Dr. Stella Okoli is one of Lagos's most respected industrialists and a leading figure in Nigeria's pharmaceutical industry. With an estimated net worth of $900 million, she's the founder and CEO of Emzor Pharmaceutical Industries Limited, one of the largest indigenous drug manufacturing companies in West Africa. Her company produces over 140 medical and wellness products, including the widely known Emzor paracetamol, which has become a household name across Nigeria and beyond. Born in Kano and educated in pharmacy at the University of Bradford in the UK, Stella began her career at Massachusetts Pharmaceuticals before returning to Nigeria to establish her own company in 1984. What started as a small retail pharmacy quickly grew into a full-scale manufacturing enterprise, employing thousands and distributing affordable, high-quality medicine across the continent. In Lagos, Stella Okoli is recognized not just for her business acumen, but for her leadership in promoting local production and healthcare access. Through the Emzor Wellness Foundation, she funds scholarships for young pharmacists, supports women in science, and sponsors community health programs. Her consistency, innovation, and commitment to quality have made her a key player in Africa's healthcare economy. Today, Dr. Stella Okoli's name stands for excellence in enterprise and a lifelong dedication to improving lives through science and opportunity. Next is a businessman whose vision turned Nigeria's aviation industry into a global talking point, earning him respect both in boardrooms and across the skies. Number 9. Alan Onyema. Alan Onyema is one of Nigeria's most prominent entrepreneurs and a major figure in Lagos's aviation and real estate sectors. With an estimated net worth of $750 million, he's best known as the founder, chairman, and CEO of RICHEST, Nigeria's largest privately owned airline. Since its launch in 2013, the company has grown from a few domestic routes to an international carrier, serving cities across Africa, Europe, and the Middle East. Born in Anambra State, Onyema studied law at the University of Ibadan before venturing into business. His early success came through real estate, where he established Alan Onyema and Company, developing high-value properties across Lagos, including in Lekki and Victoria Island. His entry into aviation came from a vision to create affordable, safe air travel for Nigerians, while also providing jobs for thousands of citizens. RICHEST now operates one of the largest fleets in West Africa, including Boeing 777s for long-haul flights. The company's expansion into major international routes like London and Dubai has significantly boosted Onyema's fortune and solidified his reputation as a bold, forward-thinking business leader. In addition to aviation, he maintains investments in logistics, real estate, and oil servicing, making Alan Onyema one of Lagos's most diversified and influential billionaires. Next is a billionaire whose business moves and taste for opulence have shaped Lagos's high society lifestyle. Number 10. Femi Otedola. Femi Otedola is one of Nigeria's most powerful billionaires, with an estimated net worth of $1.8 billion. He's the chairman of Geregu Power plc and a major shareholder in FBN Holdings, Zenith Bank, and several other financial institutions. Over the past 2 decades, he has built a vast business portfolio that reaches across energy, finance, and real estate. Otedola first made his fortune through Forte Oil, which he acquired in the early 2000s and transformed into one of Nigeria's largest fuel distribution and power generation companies. In 2019, he sold his controlling stake and turned his focus to Geregu Power, a major player in Nigeria's electricity market and one of the first power firms to list on the Nigerian exchange. Beyond energy, he has expanded his investments into banking, infrastructure, and shipping. His holdings include luxury properties in Ikoyi, Banana Island, and London, as well as interests in transportation and hospitality. Femi Otedola continues to play a central role in Nigeria's private sector, actively involved in corporate leadership and strategic investments that strengthen his position across multiple industries. Next is a tech entrepreneur whose innovations have transformed digital access across Africa. Number 11. Stanley Ekeh. Stanley Nnamdi Ekeh, founder and chairman of Zinox Group, is one of Nigeria's leading tech billionaires. His estimated net worth sits around $1 billion, built through decades of innovation in information technology and digital infrastructure. Ekeh launched Zinox Technologies Limited in 2001, creating Nigeria's first internationally certified computer brand. At a time when imported systems dominated the market, he championed locally assembled computers, software distribution, and ICT education. His company later grew into Zinox Group, which includes major subsidiaries like Konga, one of Nigeria's biggest e-commerce platforms. Under his leadership, Zinox became instrumental in deploying technology for national projects, including election data systems, government digitization, and large-scale ICT capacity building. His interests extend beyond technology into real estate, logistics, and finance, forming a diverse portfolio that has strengthened his financial standing. Stanley Ekeh's business empire remains deeply tied to Nigeria's digital transformation, with investments that continue to drive growth in tech adoption and digital inclusion across West Africa. Next is a finance mogul whose investments in banking, telecoms, and real estate have cemented his influence across Lagos's economy. Number 12. Olugbenga Abiola. Olugbenga GB. Abiola is a Nigerian tech entrepreneur and the co-founder of Flutterwave, one of Africa's leading fintech companies. With an estimated net worth of $650 million, he has played a central role in transforming digital payments across the continent. Abiola launched Flutterwave in 2016 with the goal of simplifying online transactions for African businesses and connecting them to global markets. The company provides payment solutions for merchants, banks, and governments, handling millions of transactions daily across more than 33 African countries. Under his leadership, Flutterwave has secured partnerships with major international players like PayPal, Stripe, and Visa, helping scale the platform globally. Beyond Flutterwave, Abiola maintains investments in other technology startups and digital infrastructure projects across Lagos and beyond, further diversifying his portfolio. He has also been instrumental in raising venture capital for African fintechs, positioning himself as a key figure in the continent's digital economy. Abiola's work with Flutterwave has made him one of Lagos's most prominent tech billionaires, with a growing footprint in payments, financial services, and e-commerce. Next is an industrialist whose oil, manufacturing, and real estate ventures have built one of Lagos's most enduring business empires. Number 13. Joseph Eze Okafor. Joseph Eze Okafor is a seasoned industrialist and investor whose name carries weight across Lagos's business landscape. With an estimated net worth of $1 billion, he's the founder and chairman of Jesco Group Nigeria Limited, a conglomerate with interests in oil and gas, manufacturing, and real estate. His company has been a major player in Nigeria's energy supply chain for over 2 decades, handling importation, distribution, and logistics of petroleum products across West Africa. Born in Anambra State, Okafor began his business career in the late 1980s, initially trading building materials before moving into the oil sector, where he found his biggest success. Jesco Group grew rapidly through strategic government contracts and partnerships with international oil firms, establishing Okafor as one of Lagos's most powerful energy magnates. His fortune extends into real estate, with multiple luxury developments in Ikoyi and Maitama, as well as commercial properties in major Nigerian cities. He also owns stakes in manufacturing ventures that produce industrial goods for local and export markets. Joseph Eze Okafor's financial network includes offshore holdings in the UK and Dubai, along with investments in banking and transportation. His steady expansion and focus on high-demand sectors have made him one of the key figures shaping Lagos's business elite and Nigeria's private wealth scene. Next is one of Africa's wealthiest tycoons, whose ventures in telecommunications and oil have made him a dominant force in Nigeria's economy and a major player on the global stage. Number 14. Mike Adenuga. Mike Adenuga is one of Africa's wealthiest businessmen and a defining figure in Lagos's economic landscape. With an estimated net worth of $6.7 billion, he's the founder and chairman of Globacom, Nigeria's second-largest telecommunications company, and Conoil Producing Limited, one of the country's top indigenous oil exploration firms. His empire spans telecommunications, energy, and real estate, employing thousands across West Africa. Next is a telecom and oil magnate whose companies reshaped Nigeria's economy and secured him a place among Africa's richest men. Adenuga's career began in the oil sector during the 1980s, where he made his first major breakthrough, securing government contracts for oil supply and later oil blocks for exploration. In 1991, he founded Conoil Producing, becoming one of the first Nigerians to achieve large-scale success in offshore drilling. Over a decade later, he launched Globacom, which disrupted Nigeria's telecom industry by introducing affordable mobile services and pioneering per-second billing. In Lagos, Adenuga owns prime properties across Ikoyi and Banana Island, as well as estates in London and the United States. His business network extends globally, with partnerships and subsidiaries operating in Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, and the Benin Republic. Known for his private nature and vast influence, Mike Adenuga has built an empire that remains central to Nigeria's economy. His companies continue to drive innovation, employment, and national development while solidifying his place among Africa's most powerful billionaires. Finally, we have an industrial powerhouse whose cement, sugar, and oil ventures have made him the wealthiest and most influential businessman in Africa. Number 15. Aliko Dangote. Aliko Dangote is Africa's richest man and one of the most powerful figures in Lagos's business world, with an estimated net worth of $13.5 billion. He's the founder and chairman of the Dangote Group, a multinational conglomerate with interests in cement, sugar, salt, flour, and, most recently, oil refining. Headquartered in Lagos, the company employs tens of thousands and operates across more than 10 African countries. Dangote's fortune was built on manufacturing and large-scale trade. He began importing rice and sugar in the late 1970s before shifting to local production, a move that transformed Nigeria's industrial landscape. His flagship company, Dangote Cement, dominates the African market and contributes a major share to Nigeria's GDP. In 2023, the Dangote refinery, which is valued at over $19 billion, was commissioned in Lekki, set to make Nigeria one of the top oil producers capable of refining its own petroleum products. His investments extend into real estate, ports, and agriculture, making the Dangote Group one of the most diversified, privately owned businesses in Africa. In Lagos, his headquarters in Ikoyi stands as a symbol of corporate power and economic influence. Aliko Dangote's consistent expansion across industries has made him the face of African enterprise and one of the key forces shaping Nigeria's modern economy. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Lagos's world of billionaires and power players. For more fascinating stories about wealth, legacy, and influence across Africa, make sure you subscribe, like, and stay tuned for the next episode because it's going to be just as captivating.